everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my journey. So today it's looking really rough in the garden. I don't know about you guys, but we've been getting a lot of rain, a lot of moisture, and a lot of heat. That doesn't bode well for gardeners. If you want to know more, follow me along right here on Garden Jen's Journey. My name is Jen. In 2016, we moved to a small rental property in central Michigan. Here, I started my journey of organic gardening, making natural remedies, cooking from scratch, and so much more. Welcome to my homestead, and welcome to my journey. How you doing, Mama? So these are the two precious brand new lives we have here on the homestead. This is Clyde and Cupcake. Alright, so our bee balm is doing good, and this is our evening primrose, and you can see it's a host plant for Japanese beetles. I just emptied the traps today. They're doing a really good job of getting rid of these guys. I mean, yes, there's quite a few on this plant, but that's okay. You know, the trap's working overtime right now. But I want to show you kind of what we're dealing with in the garden. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the ground is still wet. I actually have to have my aqua shoes on because the ground is so wet. We have a lot of black-eyed Susans that are spreading throughout the landscape, and that's okay. Some people don't like them because they can be invasive. But, you know, if you've been following me along for a while, there's certain things that we allow to grow here on the homestead. And one of them is lots of flowers. So, we'll keep these guys in check so they don't take over my whole yard. But, for now, they're going to be left alone. This is another host plant for those Japanese beetles. This is pinkweed or pink knotweed. It's a really pretty flower. But you can see Japanese beetles love this thing. But we leave this because of the flowers and because it's a host plant. It kind of draws them away from the other plants. So these are the Japanese beetle traps I got. And I changed them just over an hour ago because they were full. I don't let them get really past here. That way I can zip tie them and dispose of them. But you can see how many we've got in here. And we've got one over there. And this pulls them away from our crops and traps them in here so we can dispose of them and cut down on next year's population. I wanted to show you what's been going on this year because this year has been very, very wet here in Michigan, and I know some other areas. I know places like Galveston, they've been flooding because of the hurricanes and the constant rain, you know, but again, it's not doing well for our gardens. Look at this. This is brown blotch. And almost all of my plants here are affected with it. These elderberry plants, these ones here, they're about 6 years old. And this is the first time in those 6 years I've had this kind of disease. I've never had this kind of disease on my plants before here. And it's because of all this rain that we've been getting. And the high heat. I mean, it's been 80s, almost 90s with all this rain. And so the plants are not liking it. Some plants are. I mean, look at how healthy this young peach tree is. This is about I think it's a 4-year-old tree now. And it's absolutely loving it. And this younger one here is not doing too bad either. So this is my garden space right now as it is. It's looking really overgrown, but it's actually the way it's supposed to be. Because we have our dill. Lots of dill. I haven't seen any swallowtail caterpillars on it this year, but it might be because my dill was a little late growing. We got the dill, we got the borage, we got the cosmos there, nice and tall. And then this borage, and something's gone through here. It's broken this, and we did find that we had a giant woodchuck. We have taken care of said woodchuck, but it's gone through here and broken some stuff, but it doesn't look like it actually got into my plants, which is a good thing because woodchucks can cause a lot of damage. But I've also been dealing with, you can see some of the blight, again from all the moisture. I also had potato bugs this year, so my potatoes kind of took a hit with the potato bugs. The ragweed's getting ready to bloom. This is what this is. This is all ragweed here. Chamomile's doing good. My sweet potatoes are loving the heat and humidity, but of course that's what these guys enjoy: heat and humidity. Now my tomatoes, on the other hand, they're not liking it so much. They grew really, really tall. I mean, they grew up way beyond the trellis. So they're doing really good up top. But you can see the blight. Big time blight. I'll probably trim some of it off again. I do it when I can get out here. I trim all this off to try to stop it from continuing on up. I mean, you can see we got some nice fruit set on here. We got some that are red down here. But yeah, this is all blight because of the heat and humidity, all the rain. These are my sungold cherries over here. And then these are cherry snapdragons. Brand new variety I was growing this year. They're liking the heat. But again, not my tomatoes. These are my yellow pear tomatoes. Here. Got some nice ones, good oil on there. And then my Kellogg's. Another thing that's taken a huge hit is my roses. And because they've been damaged, of course the Japanese beetles come as well. I gotta spray these guys with some neem after it stops raining. But yeah, look at those guys. Just disgusting. But yeah, my roses have the brown spots. Kind of like the black spot you get in piracy. You don't want the brown spots. Now look at this new growth on this one. That's exciting. Yeah. Brown spot. So yeah, it is way too damp here. Way too hot. My plants aren't enjoying it at all. I can treat with copper sulfate. I think that's what it is for that. I can prune. The elderberries I'm going to have to cut down. And I'm going to do everything I can do to save the plants. But this is what you deal with when you get lots and lots of rain that doesn't have a chance to dry up. And it's really, really hot. It's just something what we gardeners deal with. Some years are better than others, and you can only do so much. So I'm going to do what I can to try to save these plants. But it's actually all up to the Lord, because this is His garden. Thanks for following me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little not so glamorous look at the garden and just the reality of, what weather does to our gardens. If you haven't already, make sure to click the subscribe button below so you can stay updated with the gardening and health journeys. Again, I hope wherever you are, you're wonderfully blessed. So until next time, bye-bye.